son of a bitch. Shalom, 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 Yasher. Oh no, he's back. Yeah.
Oh no, he's back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking back. All right. Well, it's been a while. Sorry, you guys. Shit happens. It's been
Fucking work, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a fucking past couple busy months, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
me and Akiwanathan, we have a little grind, we have our own shit going. We work at the same places and whatnot. Fucking slaving away in Egypt, literally. Fucking in the sun, make us wear black and shit. Fucking all roasting balls.
Yep.
But yeah, so been real busy with work, man. They've just been hounding us. It's that time of year where work's real busy. It should be slowing down though after October. Then I'll have a lot of free time. Well, for 2 of the jobs, I've got like 4 jobs now. It's ridiculous. Praise Yahweh, for being able to procure this bullshit monetary, fucking monopoly paper money, so that we can survive until we can go home. But it is a little sad just because I don't have as much time, obviously, or else I would have been making videos. I don't have as much time anymore. But well, for videos, it's just hard, finding some nice little quiet time without screaming children and people coming over and fucking, like I said, a bunch of work, and it's just a mess. You know how it is. But anyways, I figured it's kind of like a how would I put it, like a little Ezra thing. I kind of went like on an Ezra journey, because if you read in the book of Second Ezra's in the Apocrypha, man, Ezra went off into like the wilderness, kind of went off on his little own for weeks at a time, 7 days, and then he'd get a vision, another 7 days, and he'd get a vision. He was gone for quite a while, man, to where the people even like went searching for him, and they're like, "Hey, man, why'd you abandon us? You forsook us." He's like, "Nah, homie, I'm just doing that work." So basically, that's what I've been doing. We have this video is kind of, I'm not even gonna, I don't even know what to bring out. That's what's so fucked up. And in fact, this is why I'm making the video that I'm making right now, is I kind of wanted to just gauge where everybody's at, what everybody's feeling, how the spirit, how does Josh put it, Yahawashah, brother Yahawashah, that Kodash Rawak, how's that moving over everybody? What's the sea looking like? Which directions are the waves going? Where's the storms at? So anyways, so we're testing the waters now and seeing what's up. I've been seeing a lot of fuckery, man. Like, god damn, like I and then it's
everywhere.
fucked up. Like, I'm sorry, because everybody's been apologizing for their language lately, and you know what? You know what? I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize for not being sorry that I don't give a fuck. Like, in all honesty, dude. Like, if you don't know what words mean by now, and what curses really are, and what we're not allowed to say, and what we are allowed to say, like, I fuck it. So, anyways, it's just how I am. So it's how we talk down here, dude. It's like it's not even, it's just second nature, dude. Like, everyone talks like this. But whatever. So anyways, we have a lot of stuff. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of, oh my God, I don't even know what the hell's wrong with our people, man. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm like having trouble finding words to describe just what I've been witnessing in my little absence, because I've not really been absent, just been in silent mode, I guess you could say. I'm still doing that research, still fucking putting together lessons, still teaching, constantly teaching people. I've got constantly have people down here that we, always plowing that land, always building the well, if you know what I mean by that. So anyways, the camps, man, just getting the motherfucking out of control. Like, there's not even, like, what do you even say to them anymore? Like, what do you, like, what, is it even possible to wake these fuckers up? You know what I mean? Like it's sad. Even the what does Bakwash say from the 14th Street Israelites? Hard Rock Truth. The flunkies. Yeah, the flunkies, man. The zombies, as Tahar puts it. What the how do you even wake them up anymore? It's like the spell is so bad.
Yep.
I don't know. It's like, dude, you know, we're supposed to rebuke our people, but we've rebuked these fuckers like constantly. That's like, what do you want me to say anymore? You just motherfuckers just closed up. I don't know. So it's ridiculous. The camps are just running rampant, including Sakari. Like, I'm sorry, fucking everybody who likes them, like Judah and all them, they still try to support Al-Azhar and whatever, but dudes are just fucking out of control. Like, out of fucking saying that, what was it? Dude, so many fucked up. They're saying that fallen angels aren't real. They're saying there's no immortality. Saying that the reincarnation shit, and like the same thing, like same thing was like, Judah, bro, if you're watching this or someone watching, dude, no, just no reincarnation. I'm sorry, everybody that fucking thinks if you're still having troubles with it, why don't you go check out my lessons that I have out on it? Go to my playlist, go to my fucking videos list, go like whatever, how many months back, it's like less than a year, and I have a video series not only on reincarnation, you know, showing what it is in mystery school Masonic terms, but also I have a series of lessons on Sheol or hell, which is highly recommended to see what happens when you die, because actually, you know, contrary to what Judah said earlier, Torah actually speaks a lot of what happens after you die, but he's right about the central focus being on what happens now, because what happens later is a consequence or a result of what happens now. But anyways, so I get what he's saying on that, but he like, dude, it does start, like, there's a lot of shit that's been said about what happens after you die, and so, like I said, I would highly recommend going and viewing that. If not, we could have a little discourse, exchange scriptures or, you know, documents, whatever. But anyways, yeah, man, and you know, I've tried rebuking Sakari multiple times. Kazawan, not Kazawan, shout out to that, bro. Shout out to all the Akiyam, man. All praises to Yahweh Kawal, Halal, Yahweh Tabarakat. You know, shout out to Brother Tabak, man, I miss that, brother. Shout out to Darash if he's watching this. He hasn't been by in a little while, but that brother's still doing that work. You know, shout out to all the brothers, man. So yeah, I tried correcting Sakari, you know, and the dude just didn't want to have it. And I was like, well, can you explain your shit to me? And, you know, I don't know. Just didn't. He said he was going to make a video, so I'm still waiting for the video. But I understand shit happens, busyness and whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I just... like, I don't know how to sound not like an asshole, so there's really no way. But making fucking 50 videos on Corin Gaines or whoever, like, all this fuck shit, like, motherfuckers be getting gunned down every day, all day, every day. Everybody already knows. Like, it's cool to address it and all that shit, but, dude, in all honesty, like, we need to be building this fucking temple, dude. And so time could be spent in better ways. But anyways, so... And not to, you know, say that's sad, you know, people get gunned down, but, you know, you gotta ask yourself why the fuck they get gunned down. What did they believe? How did they act? You know, did they worship Yahweh? Were they heathen? You know. But anyway, so moving on. So yeah, I don't know. Sakari's been fucking up. The GMS is always fucking up. ISUPK, just IUIC, dudes, fucking shit's just getting out of control, man. People on Facebook getting out of damn control, all this Africa talk. Like, I'm so goddamn tired of this motherfucking Africa talk. Dude, seriously, like, that's how, I'm sorry, dude, I'm so inclined to, if people are so hard pressed on holding on to Africa, then you're a motherfucking Hamite, dude. Like, sorry, bro, but it is what it is, dude. The Egyptians are scattered amongst all the nations too, man. You just might be a motherfucking Egyptian. Compare your face to the faces on the walls. You look like an Egyptian, you might motherfucking well will be one. But I'm just saying, you know, because it's too ridiculous. It's too ridiculous. Like have motherfuckers talking about tectonic plates and shit. Oh, Israel's really in Africa, Northeast Africa. No, it's not, you stupid piece of shit. If you do fucking more solid research, you'll see that it's not even on that tectonic plate. Like, it's actually on the plate. First off, I need people to show me the shit in the Torah, but whatever. Show me that Israel's in the land of Ham. But anyway, it's they're talking about tectonic plates. It's not even on the African tectonic plate. It's technically on the fucking Arabian plate. But even more specific, there's a microplate called the Sinai microplate, and it's actually on that motherfucker. So, you know, whatever. We're not fucking Africans, dude. I can't handle it. I can't. Whatever, man. Go fucking go live with the Hamites then. I really don't give a shit anymore. We're all about Israel, and we're teaching Israel. And, you know, the proselyte nations, if they want to come and be proselytes, then fucking cool, man. I could teach you about your shit too. But, you know, like, you know, your history and, like, you know, because obviously people don't know jack shit about anything, you know, unless they know. But I'm just saying, like, you know, we could discuss history, about your history, all history, and more specifically Torah, or I should say above all Torah. So, you know, and that's all down, but they get the fourth lot, man. That's just fucking facts. That's Dead Sea Scrolls, bro. You know, that's the fourth lot. You know, Aaron gets the first, David gets the second, Israel gets the third, and the Gentiles get the fourth. That's just fucking facts, dude. And that's broken down. That's temple, you know? Watch. Sorry, my notebook's all fucking dirty. My kids throw shit everywhere. Let's see. Let's get the temple drawing that I want. Boom. Alright. You see that shit? This is the temple layout. That's the Debar, the Hayakal, the Awalam, right? And it shows you, like, the you know, because obviously Yahweh, it says heaven is his throne and earth is his footstool, you know, and there's scriptures that the ark is like the footstool of Yahweh, which is like the throne of Michael, I guess you could say. So, you know, Yahweh's like in the golden attic, you know, which goes in with the golden ratio, which we got lesson on that. See, that's another thing. Like, what? I don't know what fucking, I got so many goddamn lessons. I don't know what the hell to bring out, dude. You know, so I really need everybody's suggestions. Like, I'll give like a little list of what we got going, and I really, you know, I prayed to Yahweh, and all that I was inspired was to take it to the congregation and see what type of food the flock wants. You know what I mean? So you guys have been grazing for a while. You know, well, in my case anyways, you know, coming and eating from the pastures that but it's so you guys have been grazing, but now it's time to feed. So what do you guys want, you know? So we've got the golden, you know, the fa, which, you know, relates to that, you know, the golden attic, you know, it's all about that gold, the gold, you know. So anyways, so it's Yahweh, you know, Michael, and then we've got Levi, the incense altars, the Levitical throne, you know, the menorah is the star of, you know, the shield of David, I should say, star. I need it. That's just like a force of habit. Everyone needs to break that. It's not a star. But anyways, so let's just get some proof on that. Now we're just kind of like messing around. Zondervan. I got myself a nice brand new little copy. Gave my copy to Yahawada Jude. So anyways, let's go under the definition of candlestick. We're in the Josephus, the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Sorry if I said Josephus earlier. That's because I was in that book earlier too. So anyways, we're on, page 143, Zondervan, under the definition of candlestick. And here we have the plan or arrangement, right? The 7-branch, hold on, let me see if I can get a better, here we go. 7-branch candlestick or lampstand, right? Because look, what is it? The Hebrew word menorah or manawara, right? Because that's actually in the English, and in fact, I'm even going to start using that when I'm spelling out the Hebrew in English. I'm going to start using this you see this O with the little mark above that? I have documentation on it too from Oxford. That actually represents in English, it's an A. It's actually an A. It's just a specific A sound. It's like the ah, ah, and then ah. So manawara, Ra. It's Manawara because it's actually the Wa. Anyways, always rendered candlestick in KJV occurs 43 times in the Old Testament, but could more accurately be rendered lampstand because the lights were not candles at all, but olive oil lamps. Correct. The Aramaic word nabrashta, right, occurring only in Daniel 5:5, would better have been rendered chandelier, and the Greek word lupnia would be understood as lampstand. So see, it's it's lampstand, and then we have, well, in the Greek anyways, the Greek equivalent, but in the Hebrew we have the Aramaic equivalent, which is chandelier, which that's, chandeliers are more spread out. They're not one dimensional, they're three dimensional. They branch out on all sides. So it's more of like a chandelier, lampstand. What else do we got? Anything more interesting? No, we're good. Okay, so anyways, we've got shape, obviously, which I like it like this. That's right. But everybody's more used to it being like that. As we can see, the Manawara, as you can see, the 3D is in the shape of the shield. So that's the throne of David. So now, because obviously the 4 lots, first lot, Aaron, second lot, David, third lot is the Israelites, because the 12 loaves, the lakam, the showbread, which lakam means to do battle. You know what I'm saying? So when you eat the bread, which is the bread of life, which is the Torah, we are consuming it to do battle. We defend. We fight for Yahweh. We fight to protect the temple. And then the 4th lot obviously is in the awalam, for the Gentile outside the temple. So the 4th lot, Gentiles. Let's see, where are we at? So to go back, we're for Israel, man. But like I said, if Gentiles want to come and learn, then cool. But we don't go just running after them, right now, all fucking, hey, blah, blah, blah. We're concentrating on Israel right now. Okay, so we have that lesson. Referring to the, I could do a lesson on that too, the 4 lots. It's really not that long. But also the what they call the Fibonacci numbers, or the golden rectangle, the golden spiral, the all the different names that they have for it. Now another thing was, let's see, Judah came out with a lesson not too long ago, and he was trying to do the breakdown, of the linking in the months, the 12 months with the 12 tribes of Israel, and the times of years, and obviously the 4 times of year. Damn it, little fucking, I have these little clips for like to save my spot and shit, and they like always get caught up on my fucking thing. But anyways, damn it, get back in there. Technical difficulties. Okay, so anyways, we've got the 364-day calendar is all the math for the time. So anyway, this is what, because he messed up, man, and then he got all fucking pissed at me because I fucking corrected him on it. Brother Dan from Walking Truth, he witnessed that. He's on the comment board. I could go fish that back up again and show it, but I just really don't feel like doing that shit anymore. Everyone should just know, like, I don't just like fucking say shit out my ass. But anyways, so Judah was trying to break it down, and he included Dinah in the chart, in the 12, in his little breakdown. If you go back to his video, he had this little list. In fact, I have the screenshots on, but it's on this phone that I'm recording on right now, so I can't really show it. If anybody wants to see it, I could fucking show it on Facebook. I could send you the pictures on Facebook or whatever. But anyways, he had Dinah listed under one of the 12, and like left out Benjamin, and it was just the weirdest goddamn thing. But anyways, he also got the months wrong. Who is what month and all that stuff, and it's because he doesn't understand You know, I mean, he just, I don't know. I don't know what, maybe he just hasn't read it. Maybe he just didn't click or whatever. I'm not going to bash on the dude all hard or nothing like that. He could say whatever the fuck he wants. But this is just total edification. I tried correcting him on the comment boards and he wasn't having it. But I'll do it, you know, visually and see maybe if that'll sink in. Let's see. Okay, so what the problem is he's not linking it up with the 364-day calendar, because everything revolves around the temple. You know what I'm saying, as far as the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the 360 degrees, you know, length, width, and height, being odd, the space, time, and degrees. So, you know, the threes, the three, what they mock as the Holy Trinity. Because Yahweh works at the systems, the way he has everything is the system of three. They even make fun of it on the what's that new movie, the Suicide Squad. They have Will Smith making fun of it with the Phil Jackson. You know what I mean? He's all the triangle, bitch, fucking Phil Jackson shit. You know, pretty funny. Whatever. But anyway, we have let's see. It's because I don't know. Like I said, Judah has the Dead Sea Scrolls that I have, which are these ones. So he has the study edition scrolls, you know. So like I don't really know what his excuse is. Like maybe he hasn't gone through them, but which is weird because he had the Dead Sea Scrolls. He has another copy, like I seen it, you know, prior to these, so I don't see how he didn't see it in that copy, unless he didn't read that copy. You know, we got that work. Oh yeah, we've gone through it multiple times. Let's see. So, but anyways, what the problem is that he doesn't understand the 364-day calendar. I'm gonna put this down for a second. We're gonna. How does the brother Ross Adonis put it? We're gonna pause for the cause. Yep. All right, Quada. Time to measure. All right, so he's not applying the 364-day calendar, which is spoken of throughout the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Qumran community scrolls. And so because of that, and because he's not applying that knowledge to the temple knowledge, because he doesn't teach the tabernacle, the wilderness tabernacle, he only teaches Solomon's temple. So because he skipped, because that in itself is degrees. Like you've got degrees upon degrees. Yes, we have a 3-degree system. You know what I'm saying, which is the Awalam, the Hayakal, and the Dabar, right? But we also have a degree system within the temple itself, like with the temples itself. So like you do the first degrees. Let's see, you have the wilderness tabernacle, right? You do the first 3 degrees. And then once you pass those 3 degrees, you move on to Solomon's temple. So this temple is technically like the Awalam, you know, and then you go to Solomon's temple, and Solomon's temple's like the Hayakal. And then you go through the 3 degrees in that degree, which is the, you know, the Awalam, the Hayakal, and the Dabar. And then once you reach that, then you go to Ezekiel's temple, because there's a 3rd temple, which is Ezekiel's temple, which we can find in the back of the Stones edition, Torah, Tanakh. I kind of don't like saying Tanakh just because it's like a composite word. It's like a made. I guess it's cool, but it's just Torah, man. It's just the whole thing is fucking Torah. But the whole thing has laws, you know? But the whole thing is an instruction. But anyways, we have the temple back here. Hold on. I'm fucking up, messing around. All right, so let me see. Find this bad boy. It's gotta be further back. Yeah, it's in between. This shit's all sticky. Well, not sticky, but all right. Here we go. See, the 3rd temple, which this is the temple itself. This is like the inner courtyard, and then the outer courtyard. So see, it's this is the 3rd temple. This is the 3rd. You could even see it's like a man, almost like the arms, and then there's even like another way they have it set up where these are more like a cross. I don't know, but this, you know, but so that's the 3rd temple, the 3rd degree. That's like the Dabar, you know. So like I said, the wilderness tabernacles, the Awalam, the Solomon's is the Hayakal, and Ezekiel's is the Dabar. Now, like I said, because he didn't properly go through the Awalam, he's not fully getting what's in the Hayakal, if you get what I'm saying. So this is the problem. Let me pull this out of the little sleeve because it's got that glare on it. Okay. So now this is like, I know it's all shitty, whatever. I'm still redoing all my drawings. But this is the one I did like a while back. This is like fucking 2 years old. So anyways, this is the camp, right? This is how the camp was set up, and you could find the scriptures in Numbers 2 verses 3 through 31. It's the 12 tribes, and it is laid out. You got on the east, you got Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun, right? And then on the south, you got Reuben, Gad, and Simeon. And then on the west, you got Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin. And then on the north, you have Dan, Asher, and Naphtali. Okay? And those are the 12 tribes. That's the 12 tribes. Because if you read in Numbers chapter 2, and we'll do a further breakdown on this. This is just kind of like a overview. You guys could go check this out yourselves. Numbers chapter 2 verses 17 and 33, Levi was divided into the 4 families, and then you could read in Numbers 3 21 through 38 where those families are set out, and it is the Levites are in between the tribes and the tent, and they dwell like around it. They dwell like on the inside. So in the south you have Kohath. In the north, I guess we could start in the east, how we start with Judah. So in Judah up front, we had Aaron and his sons. So Aaron and his sons, and then Moses dwelt up front as well in the east, but Moses died. And Aaron and his sons are the priests, the main, the actual priests. So Aaron and his sons, which are upheld by the Zadokites. The Zadokites are that head family now. So basically, this is the east is the Zadokites. And then the south would be Kohath. The west is Gershon. Right, and then the north is Merari. And so this is the division of the 12 tribes, right? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, right? 12 divisions is my little teepees, stupid, the little flags on the top, the banners, and then like little castles. This is, I found a drawing that had it, like, and I just kind of threw my little spin on it or whatever. But anyways, so this is how it's drawn out. Excuse the trains. Fuckers are everywhere in Berlin. Can't escape them. So anyways, this division matches this. The 364 day calendar, which is 360 degrees in revolution, because like it's to go back to even the temple, because it's 3 temples and then 3 degrees per temple, which is 369, which goes into salvation, which is 360, because 3 and 6 is 9, which is salvation, so which means turning over to the next. So it's like a perfect circle. So it's the same thing. So anyways, this is the correct, well, really it would be, the way it would go is like this, because it goes spring, so it'd be spring, summer, fall, and then winter, because you got to think that the east, the sun rises from the east, so this is the first risings, you know what I mean? Like Judah's the head. The south, you have the Zadokites, the east, southern tribes I meant, but anyways, Aaron and his sons, right, the Zadokites. Then you have Judah, which you've got David from Judah, and then you have Issachar, which there was the blessings of Moses in Deuteronomy. If you read about Issachar, it says that Issachar, in fact, they even break it down for you in the stones within the footnotes. Let's get that real fast. Deuteronomy, let's see, it's in Deuteronomy 33, and we're gonna go with verse right here, 18. Of Zebulun he said, rejoice, O Zebulun, in your excursions, and Issachar in your tents, right? And it gives a little footnote. See, they even knew. And if you go to the footnote, what does it say? Issachar and Zebulun, let's see. Issachar and Zebulun had a unique and inspiring partnership. Zebulon engaged in successfully in maritime commerce, right, sailing in ships, and supported Issachar, who devoted his time to Torah study, right. And if you go to 1 Chronicles 12 and 33, that's where it talks about they had understandings of the times to know what to do. So Issachar was actually always devoted to studying the Torah. You know what I mean? So they're like the next, you know what I mean, kind of like in line. It's like the Levi, Judah, Issachar, and then Zebulon, who helped support Issachar. And then you have the summer, which starts off with Reuben. And then remember, so basically the spring, right, starts, and remember our months go mid-month to mid-month, right? And everybody should know that. We don't really start at the beginning of the month like they have us, that like they say, like, like these months, like our month doesn't begin on the first, like their first of the month is, ours is a little different. And let me see if I could get that. Damn fucking things. Let me see, where's my calendars? Hold on, sorry. This was kind of on the fly. I expect to have to go. Let's see. This one's the fucking lunar calendar. They don't have it, but anyways, you could look it up. It's in the back of the Strong's Concordance. If you have a Strong's Concordance, mine's in the room. I just don't feel like getting it. But in the Strong's Concordance, it'll tell you that. In fact, fuck it, man. Hey, Doc, you wanna go grab that shit for me? The big ass concordance. It's on the floor next to my books. It's that fucking blue one, dude. It says the Strong's Exhaustive, Expanded, fucking super duper saying fucking 3 times 10,000 cow can, whatever the fuck. So anyways, our months go mid-month to mid-month, so it's like mid-March to mid April. And you could check that out, because if you read in the book of Enoch, it talks about the beginning of the year starting with equal day to equal night, and that's and you could check that out, just type in equal day, equal night, Jerusalem time, and it'll always pop up mid-March. So it's mid-March, and we have the Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, fucking, because I'm all cramped in this space, I'm all like fucking recording in this small ass area. Let's see, fucking shit, where is this thing? Oh, yep, here we go. See, the Jewish calendar, but anyways, it's September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. This is what they say Nisan, but it's Ab Yab, if you want to give it a name, but it's the first month. So anyways, see, look, Passover, right? Feast of Passover, March, April. So anyways, with that, you have March to April, April to May, May to June, right? June, July, July, August, August, September, September, October, October, November, November, December, December, January, January, February, February, March, right? And then it repeats March, April, April, May. Repeats the process. Now, the way our calendar is set up was 364 days, and to get the proof on that, we can go, and we'll go get that. 11Q5, column 27, right, in the Dead Sea Scrolls. This is the easiest way to prove it. Because people don't, for some fucking reason, everybody hates on Enoch and shit. And it's just because it says that he's fucking albino and shit, and everybody can't like handle that for some reason, even though that explains where the genetics for Esau came from, but whatever. People just hate on fucking light skin. People hate on me, and I'm not even light. Like, look at that. I'm like fucking, it's fucking stupid. But anyways, 11Q5 right here. Bam, 11Q5. Let's jump down to verse 4. And Yahweh gave him, right, a discerning and enlightened spirit, and he wrote psalms, 3,600, and songs to be sung before the altar over the perpetual offering every day. For all the days of the year, 364. And for the Sabbath offerings, for all the days of the year. So he had songs for the offerings, he had songs for all the days of the years, he had songs for the Sabbath offerings, he had songs, dude, he had fucking songs for everything. And so anyways, it says, look, for all the days of the year, 364. 364. And you're going to tell me this ain't fucking legit when they have the name of Yahweh in Paleo Hebrew right there? That ain't in brackets, homie. Because, you know, you got people like, Sakari that don't even like to fucking even talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls because they're like, oh, you know, there's a lot of parenthetical text. Well, where's the fucking parentheses? Where is it? I don't see it. Where is it? Yahweh. Paleo Hebrew. Look at that. Yahweh. Yeah. 364, homie. Every day of the year. 364. David. Light and spirit. You know? You can say David was wrong. So anyways, it's just time's messed up. You have to read this. You have to read our text. You have to read our things. Like literally, Yahweh confounded time. Literally, he messed up time to where shit don't work right anymore. And he did it to confound us, and he did it to confound the Chaldeans. So now, anyway, 364-day calendar. I'm going to show you how it adds up with this. Now, you have the 364. You have, the way it works is you have 30 days per, because it's divided into 4 quarters, right? You have spring, summer, fall, winter, right? Which is the ascending, the life, the descending, and the death, right? So now we have the spring. It's 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, right? 90, 90, 180, 180, 180 is 360. But, and it even tells you that that is actually the amount of days there is, but there's 4 intercalary days. You could read about these in the book of Jubilees. You could read about these in the book of Enoch. And these intercalary days sunder, they say they sunder the year. This is why I wrote this like this. Which if you look at the top of this is actually like the top of the priest's head, like his dome piece, and this is like the turban, and then these are the zeets that hold the head plate to the head. But anyways, so they sunder the year. So basically, there's like it's really fucking deep, dude. It goes 30 days, 1 month, 30 days, and then it goes into the intercalary day. It completely goes into like a different system that's part of that system. You get what I'm saying? It's like the Mayans, how they had 2 calendars. There's a long count and the short count calendar. Yeah. Well, that's like kind of how it is, but it's just a little different. It's like you go 30, 60, 90, and then for 1 day it goes on a different tract. And then 30, 60, 90, and then 1 day. And then 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing going on right here. Look. 30, 60, 90, 1 day. Right? So let's start off with the beginning of this. So this is the first day of the year, the equal day to equal night. See, that's what the 4 sons of Aaron, the sons of Aaron and the 3 other Levitical families, the 4 Levitical families, that's what they represent, is the 4 intercalary days. See that? Gershon, Merari, Judah, Kahat. I have this like a little written differently. I have it just going counterclockwise, spring, summer, fall, winter. But it's the same thing. It's just spring, summer, fall, winter. So, you could just but reverse, like spring and then summer and then fall and then winter. So switch these 2 around. So I've got a little adjusting to do to get my shit like completely like 100% in line with each other. But you get what it is just for this purposes. But anyways, so that's what it is. So you're beginning with spring, right? So let's say you come out of winter and it's the spring. That's the that's the equal day to equal night. That's that marker. That's Aaron's sons. And then you go 30, 60, 90, right? So Aaron, 30, 60, 90. And then you have Kahath, 30, 60, 90, right? So that's Kahath, 30, 60, 90. And then Gershon, 30, 60, 90. And then Gershon, right? 30, 60, 90. And then the last one, Merari, 30, 60, 90. Merari, 30, 60, 90. So now that encompasses your 364 days, which that shows you it's a perfect circle. If you just take the tribes, 30, 60, 90, or sorry, it's 90, 180, and then the 360 complete. So it's 360 degrees and then the 4 intercalary days. And it's funny because of the pattern, because it goes up and then the right. It's almost like the cross, you know what I mean? How they do the sign of the cross, but it's like, you know, the way that it's listed, the way if you go by the lists of numbers. So again, we have the family. That's how the calendar is correctly set out. Like that is how, and it even shows you these are like the winter months. These are the tribes that are, you know, obviously the winter, the cold, death. Dan makes everybody fall backwards. Naphtali, oh, whoa, that was crazy. Sorry about that. Naphtali really hasn't, you know, really isn't like dominant in the Torah, as in like being, you know, like a real well-known tribe, for well-known for doing something, you know. And then Asher, same thing. And then, you know, you've got the spring, which is, you know, obviously the Zadokites. See, Merari is the same thing. The Zadokites, and then Judah, Issachar, Zebulon, we already discussed that. Same thing, you have Kohath, which is like the main priest line after, or the main Levitical line after Aaron. And then you have Reuben, the beginning of the might and the strength, you know. Gad, you know, is known for being warriors. There's a lot of scriptures actually about Gad and Reuben, which were two of the eastern Trans-Jordan tribes, I guess you want to call it that. You know, and then Simeon, which is known for, you know, rolling with Levi and fucking shit up. And then of course you got the fall, which happened with the tribe of Ephraim fell first. So you have Ephraim, Manasseh, and then Benjamin. And we know Benjamin is known to, you know, kind of go off as well, because Benjamin was the tribe that abused the high priests, or not the high priest, but the priest, the Levites. Why the concubine, when the Levite was traveling through the land of Benjamin, the Benjamites came all Sodom and Gomorrah style and fucked up the concubine, and then she died, and the Levite like chopped her up and sent her to the 12 tribes. So yeah, it's brutal. So but anyways, this is what this is. This is the 364, and if you want to check it out, it equals out in time. Look, time 60 minutes. We all know there's 60 minutes per hour. 60 times 24 hours in a day, right, equals 1,440 minutes, which is your 144. It actually has to do with time. But anyways, then you times that by 7 days, because obviously it's 24 hours in a day. This is how many minutes in a day, times 7 days a week is 10,080 days, or 80 minutes, which is 9 if you break it down. And then times 52 weeks, because there's 52 weeks in the year, equals 524,160, which 5 and 2 is 7, right, plus 4 is 11, 12, and then 6 is 8, which is 9. And then again right here you have another 9. 4 and 4 is 8, and 1 is 9. So you have 9s every time with the minutes. And then that number of days, if you multiply 364 times, which 364 days, right, because there's 1,440 minutes a day, 364 days times 1,440 minutes equals 524,160. Same thing. So it adds up with time. 91 days a season, right, times 4 seasons a year equals 364 days a year. I've gone over this before. See, and then this is where time starts fucking up. This is where you get your sidereal days. This is where the sidereal days and shit starts to kick in. Because if you go 365 times 144, you get 525,600. So then you just start getting more and more. You know, obviously, it's just 13 weeks a season times 4 seasons a year is 52 weeks a year. Times 7 days a week is 364 days a year. You have 30 days a month times 3 months a season, right? Because there's 3 months per season, 30 days a month, 3 months per season is 90 days a season, plus 1 intercalary day, which is the High Shabbat, which is 91 days a season. Then 91 days a season times 4 seasons a year equals 364 days. So all the math adds up. You can't get around it, man. Like, this is math, man. Like this, and it's science.
It's simple math. It's
yeah,
not
it's
all
very
fucking crazy shit. All
right,
fucking
right. Like
string theory and all that bullshit. It's simple math. Like you ain't got to do some crazy shit to do that.
Right? Is it cash?
No.
No? Still going? All right. Take another little pause for the call. Yeah. So hopefully everybody understands this. It's real simple. It's it's just temple knowledge. It's just temple. You look at this, you compare it to the 364-day calendar. You compare that to the Dead Sea Scrolls, which you have Enoch and Jubilees. You just add all of it together. 1 and 1 equals 2, right? 2 plus 2 equals 4. Right. Okay. So if you guys want to compare this with what Judah taught about the calendar, and then come back and see what's up. If you have problems, you know where I'm at. So anyways, we're done with that. What else do we have to address? Okay, so like I said, I could do a more in-depth lesson about that as well, and break it down. You know how we do. But that's not the topic right now. Well, we're actually on a bunch of different topics right now. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so there was that whole thing, and then Judah also was trying to say that Ruth was a Moabite, like an actual Moabite, like a fucking like a son of Lot. Like, no, bro. Which I broke down the scriptures on there. Kazwan was on there with me on the comment boards as well. We sliced it up, diced it up. If you guys want a lesson on that, I guess I could do a lesson on that. I could just go back to the board, re-grab my because I just did that fucking on the fly, man. Tore it up like fuck. But I could do like an actual sit down and break everything down, and then you'll really see some shit. But anyways, I could do that, bust in the Ruth thing, explain how she cannot be a Moabite. We could also bust out the Esau thing again, the Deuteronomy 20, so what is it, 20, 23 and 7, where it talks about thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. We've got people trying to say that's it was a clerical error, which is funny because that's not what it actually said. Like, look at this is funny. I don't know if who's the brother that was. I think it was the brother Whitaker, the brother. He's like part of the Torah Knights and stuff. I seen him on Facebook. He's a cool brother. But I seen him say that, and I'm sorry, brother, but it's a little wrong. Let me show you what you're doing and how it is wrong. So we're in the Strong's Expanded Dictionary. Fuck the big concordance. That thing's a beast. I mean, that does have a lot of good shit in it, though. But anyways, god damn it, kitty! That cat's a fucking psycho, man. We got a cat, my wife. Fucking, this thing's just like a fucking. Oh, man, he's a beast. Anyways, let's see. Okay, so what they tried to say, because the whole which is part of the. Oh, this is a nice little segue. All right, so we got another lesson coming up. Let me get the. Oh, where's my notebook? Where's my big one? I need the big one. All right, so here we go. Oh, it's bad when I bust this fucker out. All right, so let's see. Okay, let's go back. Where is it at? Okay, I've got a lesson coming up about being ruddy. Got a lot of fucking confusion when it comes to that shit, I guess. I don't know what people's problems is. Because I actually have a stalker now, full-time stalker. It's pretty amusing. Straight stalker, dude. GMS Holland. Oh yeah, you know that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I showed you that shit. Yeah, dude. Literally, GMS Holland has been stalking me for like months now, dude. Like literally, like since I fucking my last video, like GMS Holland, and even before that, they've been stalking me. I don't know what the fuck. They're just super. It came out of nowhere. I didn't even have no beef with them, nothing, dude. Like, just out of the fucking blue. Fucking just came out swinging. Calling me a fucking terror and all kinds of other shit. First he tried calling me an Edomite. And then he tried calling me a fucking a gook. And then he tried calling me all kinds of fucking shit because, you know, I don't know, it's fucking retarded. But anyway, he was also upset because I was telling him what Ruddy really meant, because he was like, oh, it's black, blackest black, blackness, blackest of black, you know? I really don't know what everybody's damn problem is. So, you know, black means ham, right? Like, literally, if you look up ham in the lexicon, it means black. So you run your math all about this black shit, you're just proving yourself to be a goddamn Hamite. You know. Hammy Davis. But anyways, so we got... so I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers is getting on my damn nerves. So I'm just gonna do a motherfucking lesson on being ready. And as I was slapping together the lesson, I realized that I am probably gonna be one of the most hated men in Israel after I come out with it. And also for the lesson after that too, because then that lesson inspired me to break down the physical attributes of Yahweh, because it's actually a part of the temple. If you go through the temple wisdom, you'll see part of our knowledge and stuff is to actually sorry, I'm having trouble finding this fucking lesson. I don't know where the hell I put it. But a part of the lesson is to know Yahweh, like part of Yahweh's covenant, part of the law, part of just being is knowing Yahweh's attributes, both physical, spiritual, you know what I mean? Just knowing Yahweh. In fact, that's like the one thing we're allowed to boast about, is knowing Yahweh. So that's like the number one goal, is it not? You gotta know Yahweh. So I started, you know, breaking down, I was trying to get to know Yahweh. I was like, well, let's see what he like actually really looks like, you know, because it gives a description of him in Ezekiel, the first chapter. Obviously, we're not supposed to be running around making fucking idols and shit. If you do that, you know, that's on you. It's retarded. Obviously, we have laws. Right? But, you know, that doesn't mean that we can't understand what he looks like. So anyway, where the hell did I put this motherfucking lesson, dude? This is wild. It doesn't want to be seen right now. It's too much for you guys. No, I'm just joking. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I shouldn't say shit like that. I'm making fun of the Masons, actually, because who was it?
Yeah, the people can, like, people can understand this.
Yeah.
And, like, for the most part,
where's the... Oh, yeah, it's not, but I just like making a joke, because, like, fucking, I don't know where the fuck I put that shit. Is it in my... It can't be, dude, I swear, because I fucking...
That thick
yeah, it was in the thick one, right? Hold on, I'm gonna put this down for a second. God damn it.
Speed look.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. Because I have... That's what I get. See, that's what I've been doing, too, on my off... Like, while in my absence of making videos. I've been trying to organize my shit, like, a little better, because I have it pretty well organized, but, like, still, dude, there's so many goddamn notes and lessons just flying around everywhere that's like, whoa, man, what do I do with this shit? Alright, hold on. Oh, real quick, look, since Sakari likes to fucking say, there's not that much, there's not that much, you know, there's very few parenthetical, you know, one-liner fragments of the Book of Enoch and Jubilees and all these extra biblical texts, so-called, that we can't really take them as legitimate. Oh yeah, check this out. 4Q201. Look, Enoch 1 through 6, 2 and 1, and also 5 and 6, 6 and 4, 8 and 1, 8 and 3 through. These are through. This is like whole chapters. Look at all. 4Q201, 4Q202, 4Q203. 4Q204, look at all of that. 4Q205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 212. Now, 1Q23, that's a fragment. There you go. See, it actually says fragment. Like, fucking. And then look, the Jubilees, you know, Jubilees too. Look, and that even has the name of Yahweh in it. Look, Jubilees. Look, 4Q216, 217, 218, 219, 220, 21, 22, 23. We got pseudo jubilees, 25, 26, 27, 28, which is just the same thing as jubilees. But anyways, yeah. So there's like retardedly ridiculous amounts of fucking shit on the Book of Jubilees and Enoch in the Dead Sea Scrolls that you have to be. It's a nice way to put it. Dense. You gotta be pretty dense to not, you know. But whatever. But fallen angels don't exist, right?
I know, right?
Fuck out of here with that. Come on, dude. I thought we were all past this by now, dude. Like seriously, if you're still having struggles and problems with fucking there being fallen angels, then you really need to go like reevaluate your life. Just like really sit down and ponder what you've been doing and shit. Yeah, you're and like I said, sorry, there's nothing really exciting going on at the moment. I'm just trying to find this lesson so I can show you guys. Talking about GMS, motherfucking Stockton, Holland, and then the whole thing with Ottawa. Because that's the whole thing. People don't want to accept that David was pretty much as light as an Edomite because he was described as being the same color as one. And people really don't like that shit. Oh, fuck no.
Not like that.
No, hell no, they don't like that shit.
Fuck no.
Which even Sakari even showed that the same word used for to describe Esau is the same word to describe the covering that's on the wilderness tabernacle. Which he's right. You know, that's the ramskins dyed red, which it does. It represents Esau. It represents the dying, the fleshly, you know, what you have to cover, like that part of your flesh that is Edomite orientated, you know what I mean? We have to overcome that. But anyways, so yeah, dude. So, but anyways, he's right about that. But the thing is, it's the same damn word that's used for Adam. So I'm kind of dabbling in here, just kind of showing you guys what lessons I have and whatnot, and why I was doing the lessons. Like I said, the whole reason why I was even doing this damn lesson was because fucking Stalker Holland was on my ass. Shit talkers, dude. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do a lesson. And I'm just gonna destroy your face. Because that's it, like, fucking.
I'm gonna suck you in the snow.
Nah, straight up. I'm gonna throw a brick in your fucking face. Like, that's what all these fools deserve, bricks to their faces. Like, it just is what it is, dude. Like, I'm sorry, you know, I wish it wasn't true, you know, I don't know. Not for real, like, I don't want to fucking stone you in your face, but you're being fucking retarded.
Like, I don't want to hurt you, but you're kind of forcing me.
Like, dude, you're getting to the point where when we get into the kingdom, your ass is gonna have to get a brick thrown at it, you know? Hold on, I gotta answer my phone real quick. Hello? Yeah, a little bit. It's getting there. Okay. Alright. Okay. So anyway, I cannot find this motherfucking lesson, which really pisses me off. See if you can find through it. It fucking says Adam or Ruddy or some shit. All hands on deck! Alright, so... so anyways, let me show you guys this real quick. In the Strongs. Let me show you how people... We really need to be careful when we're reading these things. I'm gonna have to like reiterate this again. We really have to be careful.
So that discernment comes in.
Yeah, man. Okay, where is it at? It was because he was like, "Oh, this is." Oh, okay, it's this one. Because this is Ottawamai. This is the word that's used in Deuteronomy. Right, when it says that an Edomite, you shall not abhor an Edomite, which means reject, which means like if one comes to you trying to learn, you can't just like reject him. Like if Yahweh wants to destroy him and he wants to eradicate all Edomites or whatever, what have you, everybody has their own whatever they want to fucking think. Well, if that's the case, then cool, dude, you let Yahweh sort that shit out. But for you, yourself, we're not allowed to do that. So anyways, so it's Adamai, right?
No, it's not our choice.
Earthy, right? Adamai, it's a fucking commandment. So we have Ottawamai, right? Ottawamai or Ottawamai, which shows you could put a Y in there. Right? Patron from 123, which 123 we go to 123 Adam Ottawam. Right, what does it say? Red, see Genesis 25 and 25. Edom, the elder twin brother of Jacob, hence the region Edomea occupied by him. It's translated. See, that's the difference. Once you see that the little semicolon or colon or whatever the hell, that little marker right there, see that? See that right there? Once you see that shit and you start seeing this, that's where you stop using that as a legitimate definition. This is the definition. These are the translations. Big fucking difference, because sometimes they translate shit wrong. So there's a difference. Don't include these in your definitions. You know what I mean? I had to learn that lesson too. So I'm trying to spread the word. Don't include these. It's not always accurate. Always base, okay, if they translated it based off this, like that's a correct translation. That's a correct translation.